Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Kyle is awake and rolling.
Welcome back to Plug In with Avi and Kyle. We are here again after the commercial break. Thank you for staying with us. With Roxanne Banks, Miss. All you fellas
Right.
out there. Miss, you want a strong, smart woman. She's sitting right here in the studio with us.
All right.
So
Amen.
contact her. Hey. So before we left, we were talking about compatibility.
Yes.
And how having the same values are important.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a section in your book where you talk about breaking up is hard to do.
Oh, yes.
And if your values and all of your beliefs and thoughts don't align.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Absolutely. The one thing that I've noticed is that breaking up is truly hard to do. I don't know about you guys, but I've been through some horrible breakups. I've been
So
through
you're talking out of experience.
absolutely, and out of interviews.
Multiple
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately.
How I mean, you're like 18. How many relationships
Yes,
could you have
18,
been in?
exactly. A lot in my little 18 years. But it's so funny because I talk about, like, for men, there's this fight or flight syndrome where men will either pick a fight with you so that they will make you break up with them, or they'll just fly away. They'll take the flight syndrome, which then they don't call. They don't tell you it's over. None of that kind of stuff. What they
They
do
can
is
text you now. They don't have to
Yeah.
call.
but the interesting thing is some of them don't even text. All of a sudden, you're in this relationship, and then they just stop talking to you. And you're like, what happened? And so you're calling them. I mean, did they join the Israeli army? I mean, like, what happened, you know?
The Mossad.
Right, you know? Did
Secret
they join the
Service.
circus? Like, where are they? Because they're not returning my calls, nor
Yeah.
are they calling me. So you go from talking to 4 times a day to absolutely zero with no reason. There was no fight, no
No
nothing.
warning.
Because they've decided within them that it's over. And they don't know how to tell you, because what I understand from all the men I've interviewed is that they don't want to see a woman cry. They don't want them to ask why, because they generally don't have an answer.
Yeah.
And so they just feel very uncomfortable. So I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah, just ignore it.
Just ignore it.
It'll
And I'm
go
like,
away.
that doesn't work for us.
It's like the ostrich syndrome. Put your head in the sand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You won't see him. He's
Yeah,
invisible.
if I don't see you, you're not there.
You're not there. You're really not there. And so it's frustrating for a woman because if we go to, because we're emotionally driven. So we go to crying. We don't know what's happened. We're calling your friends and family thinking you were in a car accident and couldn't tell them that I was your girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it becomes dramatic. And what I say is you end up leaving dead soldiers on the field. Because as I spoke in the last segment, that you got to follow your passion and your purpose. If you're working in your passion and purpose and now you're distracted with what happened to my boyfriend, you're no longer walking in your passion and your purpose.
Yeah.
And so you've just derailed someone from doing what they were called to do.
Correct.
And then for women, what we like to do, unfortunately, is we will belittle a man. Because we figure if we belittle him, he'll walk away. And that way we'll be like, oh, you are ugly, you are fat, you are whatever. I mean, they'll do whatever.
Well, why'd you look at me when you said both of those?
I did not say that. I did not
Hey,
look at you.
that is not nice.
I did not look at you. You're a very handsome, sexy young man.
There we go.
And so we'll belittle men. We'll start talking about other men are talking to us and how so and so called me, and just to give you the hint that it's over.
Yeah.
And so we have a poor way of communicating as well.
Yeah.
So what I talk about in the book is let's be honest with one another. Let's stop playing the game and hurting one another and leaving dead soldiers on the field, because they take that hurt into their next relationship, into the next relationship, into the next relationship. That's why the divorce rate is on the high. It's 50%. It's over 50% now,
Yep.
divorce rate.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate because I
Well,
don't
maybe
think
the
people start out that
original
way.
and maybe the original intent of being married wasn't the right one.
That's
So
another
it
reason.
started
Yeah, that
on
could
the left foot and it continued and went downhill.
Absolutely.
And some they cannot deal with stress or what have you. So the easiest way is just exit.
Exactly.
Or, rushing into
Yeah.
it, not actually knowing the person
Yeah.
Exactly.
who you're marrying. You think they're one way, and then once the honeymoon phase is over, all of a sudden,
party's over, yeah.
What
he
did I
or
do?
she is not keeping up what they were doing when you were dating.
Right.
And I think that's key to having a good relationship is, you just don't do these things for your partner because you're dating. You
Yeah.
do them
Right.
because you love them.
Yeah.
And you
Absolutely.
continue to do them after you're married.
Absolutely.
And that's what keeps a relationship strong.
And that's why I talk about also that I call it the 4 seasons rule.
Okay.
You need to date for 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Because if stuff happens in 1 year, and I'm not saying there have been people who've met and married in 6 weeks, okay, but that's a very, very rare situation. most people need at least a year to get to know someone, because in that process, someone's going to get sick. Someone might have a loved one that passes away. Something's going to happen on your job. There's different things, and you see how those people react to those different situations, and if you can handle it.
So
So if you're not dating the Four Seasons, you got a problem
So
already.
that's good and dandy for the people living in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah,
If you're
but
living in,
then you just
equator.
never get married.
Right.
Never get married.
Okay, so a year process. But the key is communication. And so you got to be honest with yourself first, and then you
Yes.
got to be honest with that other
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And you have to say, you know what, I really like you. You're a great guy, but you're just not great for me.
Yes.
And I would highly recommend you if you wanted a reference to
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
I'll give you a reference.
recommendation.
Yeah.
But I don't see us being together
Yeah.
for forever, breaking up never. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so
Yeah.
that's why I encourage people, be honest with the one. And then you got to search your heart as to why you don't want to be with that individual. You know, for me, it's going to be, you know what? I really like you as a person, but when I think about my value system and what I want to do in my life, we don't go down the same trail. Nothing wrong with your trail, but your trail doesn't intersect with mine.
So how do you deal with the guys and girls that they say, "Oh, I like him like a friend," and we go party and all this, but not the boyfriend material?
Right.
I mean, where's the separation line?
You have to definitely be clear as to your intentions anytime you're with in a friendship or a boyfriend
Especially
girlfriend type
with a man.
relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Especially with a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, with a girl too, because we're so emotionally driven. If you even look at us right or you wink at us right, we're gonna think, "Oh, he in love with me."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so we begin to go down that trail. But I think it's keeping the open lines of communication. You have to be clear in the lines, because I think, and this is, you gentlemen, help me if I'm wrong, men like to keep it a little bit blurry just in case.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, of
because
course.
y'all want to know that you can
course.
still
Need
get
an
back in that
emergency
door.
exit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because you never know.
You never
don't
know.
Rainy day.
Yeah.
When I was interviewing some of the men, I said, "Why is it that you guys are, still talking to exes or thinking about them or whatever?" And they said, "You always want to know there's an open door, just in case the relationship you're in now
Or a
doesn't
quick
work.
exit.
You can go, or a quick exit.
Yeah. But that's
And
a
so-
sign of, I mean, if you're doing that, though, that's a sign that your current relationship is in
Trouble.
trouble
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, I think getting to know the person, being open and honest. But the hardest thing, especially these days with texting,
Yes.
Facebook,
Please don't text men.
Yeah, you run into this issue of, is the person you're with honest?
Yeah.
You may be being honest, but they're not, and I think that's why
so
the
true.
year rule is very important. Anybody who gets
Well-
married before, if they've only known each other 6 months, is an idiot.
There's
It's-
there is a
yes.
segue to all this. Just last week, I was driving on the news. They were talking. An attorney had developed a site for $25 a month. They will pretend that you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. They send you text messages. You
What?
can ask. You wanted pictures, and every month they give you a handwritten note. But it's virtual. Nobody there. Just to pretend for your family.
No.
Yes. And he
Avi.
said he has.
Seriously?
Yes. and
Is
he
this
had-
another
he
scapegoat
had
story?
Yeah. No. Seriously, he has like 30,000 people signed up to pay him 25, and most of
you
them
serious?
are soldiers that they want to be with their buddy. Oh, my girlfriend texts me. Oh, to be-
No.
I swear to you, $25 a month
When
to
are
be
we
part
going to
of
go
it.
back to being honest, having real relationships, talking to one another? I love social media. I love, all the technology we have. But we need to get back to talking to someone face to face.
Exactly.
We need to get back to sending them a card with a nice
Exactly.
note.
Yeah.
Going to dinner and
Yeah.
having a conversation.
Yeah.
This texting and
Yeah.
social media thing
Yeah.
is out of control.
It's
That's
why actually there is nothing social about the social media.
nothing.
yeah.
They said that 25% of the huge percentage of divorces right now come from social media because
Oh, yeah.
their partner sees them on Facebook with somebody else talking
yeah.
not in a right way and all these different things.
And then
I'm
you
like,
text
social
them,
media is crazy.
Party's over.
Why did you like her photo?
Right.
Why did you like her photo?
Exactly.
I don't know.
just
She's
like
just
you.
a friend. Yeah. You know what? That's what's great is that I have a Facebook, but everything's linked through my Instagram, Twitter, all that.
Okay.
So I just do stuff on Instagram. And it goes to all three of them. So
Right.
I don't run into that with my wife. And I don't really care that much about social media when it comes to like my own. So she knows like I just basically I go through and if it's somebody like,
Right.
what a friend, I just
Yeah.
like.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the picture is
Just to
or
give
what
them
it
the
is.
likes.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
if you
because
don't
you make sure that your wife feels secure.
Well, yeah. you
Because
have
of the
to.
one thing about women, we need security. We need to know that we are the one that you love.
Exactly.
You guys need that respect and that you guys are the one. You guys
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
you're my provider. You're
Yeah,
my man.
yeah.
That men are more on respect. We need security and love. And you guys
exactly.
need respect.
Well,
and so
that's
that's
where
why
the
your
dude-
wife is happy and she allows you to be on Facebook. All right.
Yeah.
You can like all you want. She all right with that.
Well, because she knows I don't pay any attention. Like,
Right.
I mean, there are guys who, I mean, the thing that surprises me are there are guys in relationships who follow like these models
I know,
or
right?
these celebrities, like the people we
Kardashians.
refuse
Yeah.
to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
And
You don't say those names?
No.
just
Okay.
because
It's
of
forbidden in this
Okay.
place.
yeah, just because of the way the female looks or the way she
Right.
portrays herself online,
Exactly.
and I just can't see that being a healthy
But
experience. or a healthy
these
way to
guys
look at
are
things.
literally the little bird has more brain
Yeah.
than them.
That's
I mean,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Go,
but
Avi. I'm just going to say wow to that. I
We're-
refuse to go on that.
we're
trail.
running out of time. We only have about a minute left. So could you tell everyone? I'm sorry. I know.
I've
Could
had
you
to
tell
break-
everyone at home how they can find your book, where they can get a hold of you on your social media?
Yes.
And how they can maybe win a date with Miss Roxanne
Okay.
Banks.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. This has been wonderful. For those of you who would like to get my book, Living Single in a Married World, How to Survive and Thrive, it's not easy, but it is possible. You can go to my website at www.christianlifesingles.com, or you can email me at roxannebanksencourages@gmail.com, and you can call here.
Call here.
I'm gonna
OC
leave some
Digital
books with
Studio.
them.
Yeah.
No.
OCDigitalStudio.com. You can reach us there. Plug in with Avi and Kyle. Plug in pod.tv, and you can find us on iTunes. And we got to go. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you.